Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. The robotics industry is currently shifting away from rigid, waypoint-based programming toward more adaptive, perception-driven systems. A paper right at the center of this trend has been making waves on X, published on April 24, 2026, just 4 days ago. The paper is titled, Learning Augmented Robotic Automation for Real-World Manufacturing. It introduces a hybrid setup that brings learning-based task controllers out of the lab and onto an active electric motor production line. Impressively, this system ran continuously for over 5 hours, achieving a 99% pass rate on complex tasks like deformable cable insertion that previously required human hands. And as we will see, how they pulled this off with under 20 minutes of demonstration data per task is the real story here. Figure 1 shows the actual workstation deployed right on the factory floor. The bottom panels map out a tight division of labor, starting with a human worker loading the raw motor cores. Because this setup includes a neural safety monitor, it automatically pauses if a person gets too close. Once clear, the robot takes over the delicate steps of inserting the flexible power cables and soldering them before a human steps back in to remove the finished part. Figure 2 maps out the workstation software stack. The architecture relies on a central task scheduler, acting as a traditional finite state machine that moves step by step through a predefined sequence. Gray boxes represent standard, pre-taught motions for predictable actions like placing the motor. However, learning-based modules step in where adaptability is crucial. Visual servoing, in blue, handles grasping the motor despite random positioning, while imitation learning, shown in green, tackles delicate tasks like inserting deformable cables and soldering. Finally, a neural 3D safety monitor continuously predicts collisions, automatically adjusting the robot's speed as humans move through the shared workspace. The previous figure mapped out the software stack, so Figure 3 dives into how the learned modules process what the robot actually sees. The top panel outlines the visual servoing controller, which isolates the target object by completely removing the background. This clean view lets the robot iteratively adjust its position until perfectly aligned for a grasp. The middle section details the imitation learning controller, which takes over for delicate steps like cable insertion. Rather than processing the entire workspace, it crops right in on specific target holes, predicting a success probability to confirm when the task is complete. By feeding the models these focused visual inputs instead of full cluttered images, the system achieves remarkable stability from very little demonstration data. With that stability established, Figure 4 lays out the results of the continuous 5-hour factory deployment. The first plot compares the single process cycle times. While the robot averages 159 seconds, which is slightly slower than a human, its performance is far more consistent with almost no variance. The middle panel displays the total output of 108 motors. Finally, the right panel highlights the quality control tests, where the system achieved a 99% pass rate, proving it can reliably meet strict manufacturing standards. To explain how the system hits those high-quality standards, Figure 5 compares the proposed task controllers against several baselines. Panel A breaks down success rates across the subtasks. The proposed method, shown in blue, achieves over 99% success across the board. In contrast, alternatives like the Vision Language Action Model in green struggle significantly under the strict 20-minute data budget, especially on complex steps like cable insertion. Panel B then shows the proposed system consistently secures the motor near the ideal target pose rather than at arbitrary angles. Finally, Panel C confirms it requires almost zero recovery attempts during insertion. Operating without physical fencing makes safety just as critical as task success. Figure 6 demonstrates how the neural 3D safety monitor handles this dynamically. Panel B defines a critical stop zone over the active workspace and an outer slowdown zone. Panel A shows a worker approaching, paired with the system's perception, where red blocks map the human's position in real time. The time series in Panel C tracks the resulting automatic response. When someone enters the slowdown zone, the robot drops its speed to 70%, and if they breach the inner stop zone, it triggers a complete protective halt. While the safety features make shared workspaces possible, the true practicality of this system is its training efficiency. Extended Data Table 1 breaks down the demonstration data required for each step. For motor grasping, the robot needed just over 8 minutes. For more delicate steps, the team used a technique called Dagger, which involves letting the robot try the task and only providing human corrections when it gets stuck. Even with these corrections, soldering required less than 4 minutes of total data, and cable insertion stayed under 20 minutes. This low data requirement makes the setup highly viable for fast-paced manufacturing. Wrapping up, the main takeaway is that embedding targeted learning modules into traditional robotic workflows successfully brings advanced automation to the factory floor. Achieving extreme reliability with minimal data proves this hybrid approach is highly practical for active production lines. That wraps up this look at industrial robotics. I am Alex, and this has been the AI Research Roundup. See you in the next one.